Here are some big takeaways from the Tesla shareholders meeting. So just this week, Tesla held their shareholders meeting at Giga Texas, and there were some very interesting things said there. Firstly, Elon Musk announced that there were 2 new products in the pipeline. He did say that no information would be made available there and then. I expect that may be due to the Osborne effect. But what could these be?
So, people always want to know what our next product is. But this is not the time to... we obviously need to have a proper, dedicated product launch. I just want to emphasize that we are actually building a new product. We are actually designing a new product. We're not sitting on our hands here. There are 2 new products that I think you will be very excited about. And both the design of the products and the manufacturing techniques are head and shoulders above anything else that is present in industry.
I know everybody's talking about a Model 2, or whatever it's going to be called, the smaller, cheaper Tesla vehicle, and they did show an outline of a vehicle which caught everybody's attention, but to me it still looked like a Model 3. What about you? What do you think? Now, at the Fremont factory, they are putting up some temporary structures outside. So has this got something to do with one of these new products, being the Highland variant of the Model 3, which has been spotted quite a few times? Your guess is as good as mine. But what else could be coming? Leave some comments below if you've got any ideas as to what these 2 new products could be. I wonder if one of them is a new Powerwall 3. There's also been mention of a new HVAC, that's heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Who knows? There's also been a lot about the robots. Dear old Optimus made an appearance. Now, Elon Musk did say that he can see a future need of these in the billions. He actually mentioned between 5 and 10 billion. And that would make them out to be one of the biggest contributors to the bottom line in the years to come. And looking at this video of Optimus walking around, it was quite an improvement over when it was first shown off. It seems to be a lot more self-sufficient. It's still not a Terminator, so I wouldn't worry about that just yet. It's still early days, but the rate at which Tesla progresses all of their products with their R&D, it's just amazing. Now, Elon Musk also agreed to do some advertising following a question from the floor. Personally, I think that that's a good idea because it's going to help combat a lot of negative attitudes out there. Elon did say that most people don't realise that the entry price of a new Tesla is now less than the average price of a new car in America. So if done well, this is only going to help a better understanding of what Tesla is all about. They won't have to spend anything near as much as the legacy automakers. For example, GM spent $2.7 billion US last year. Ford almost $2 billion. I mean, this is just ridiculous amounts. But it will help put the mainstream media talking mostly negative things and gross misconceptions about Tesla to bed.
Elon, meet Kevin here.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks. So Tesla is the largest position in my ETF, ticker PP, and that's for pricing power.
Right.
And I'm curious, I really think that some of the features that you highlighted here, like the over-the-air airbag deployments of improving the features, the safety features, are great things that we could be advertising. I know you've heard this many times before. I know you have.
No.
I want
Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
$525 off every car this year is half a Netflix's advertising budget. $1,000 is the entire Netflix advertising budget, and I see their ads everywhere. Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this. I just talked to Gordo, the Tesla bear, and he's still talking about 2016 New York Times pieces. These people are in the past, man.
That's like 7 years ago at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's actually, I talk to a lot of people, and they still think that like Teslas are like super expensive. And like, no, actually, the starting price for a Tesla is below the average auto price in the U.S. It's like, and that's a good thing. I mean, I think it's good that it's that way. You know, like our goal was always to make cars that are affordable to the general public. So I hear you. I mean, I think, and it's indeed ironic that, you know, Twitter is like highly dependent on advertising. So, you know, here I am. It's like, you know, never used advertising really before, and now have a company that's highly dependent on advertising. So, I guess I should say advertising is awesome, and everyone should do it. But I think I hear your sort of larger point, which is that there are amazing features and functionality about Teslas that people just don't know about. So, yeah. And although there's obviously a lot of people that follow, like, say, the Tesla account and the you know, my account, whatever, on Twitter, to some degree, it is preaching to the choir, and the choir is already convinced. So I think what you're saying does have some merit, and you know what? I believe in taking suggestions, so we'll try a little advertising and see how it goes. Okay. Okay. All right. I wasn't expecting that level of enthusiasm. But okay, it sounds like our shareholders, if I read between the lines, subtle as it is, are saying we should probably do some advertising. Okay, very well. All right.
Now, another thing was the Roadster. I know it was slated for 2020, but it ain't coming till next year. And whether it's going to make Australia or not, you know, honestly, if you've got a Roadster you're waiting for, I think you're going to wait an awful long time, because Elon did say it's not a big deal for Tesla. It won't add much to the bottom line because they're not going to sell millions. So you're just going to have to wait, Australia. And the Cybertruck, he did say first deliveries will be later this year.
So Cybertruck is a hard car to make. It's because it's such a radically new design. It actually, you can't just use conventional methods of manufacturing. We had to invent a whole new set of manufacturing techniques in order to build an exoskeleton-based car instead of an endoskeleton-based car. So it's extremely non-trivial to build the Cybertruck. But we're making good progress on that. We have the So yes, it's, that's the thing. When I in the factory, I tour the Cybertruck line to see how we're doing there, and sorry for the delay, but we're finally going to start delivering production Cybertrucks later this year, and I think the product, if anything, is better than expectations. I mean, Cybertruck is the car I will be driving on a day-to-day basis.
He's expecting to be able to make between 250 and 500,000 units per year. I think the likelihood of this getting into Australia is very low in the near future, seeing as how they got 1 million reservations for the Cybertruck. I mean, the demand in the USA for trucks is extraordinarily high. They are one of the commonest vehicles purchased over there. And this is also true for Australia, not so much Europe, because they prefer the smaller cars there. If you've ever driven around some of the places in Europe, they've got very narrow streets. You can't get a big truck up them. You really only have little city cars most of the time. So outside of the USA, the major market for trucks is Australia. And we don't drive on the same side of the road. We got right-hand drive. So after what they've just done with the S and the X, do you think we're going to get the Cybertruck and the Roadster? Comment below. So that was a very quick take on some of the things that were discussed at the shareholders meeting this week. Thanks for watching. If you could do me a huge favour, click that like and subscribe button below. I would really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to comment on what you thought. Will we get the Roadster? Will we get the Cybertruck? What do you think the two new products might be? Anyway, thanks for all that, and I'll see you all very soon.